everybody. Welcome to the College Dunia portal and another episode of Thoughts on Education. Today we have with us Dr. Anurag Saxena, the Assistant Professor at Indian Institute of Public Health, Gandhinagar. Welcome to the College Dunia portal, sir.
Thank you.
So we would like to start with a brief introduction about yourself and your roles at Indian Institute of Public Health.
Okay. So welcome to all the viewers and listeners. I'm Professor Anurag Saxena. I'm a faculty member at Indian Institute of Public Health, Gandhinagar. In terms of my background, I did my engineering in electronics and communication. Then I did my MBA in information technology and my doctorate in information systems. And I'm associate with Public Health, Gandhinagar for past 5 years, wherein I'm contributing to teaching and research in the domain of use of information systems, in the domain of public health, and the use of management techniques both inside the hospital and outside the hospitals. That includes the use of information systems, operations management techniques, both for improving the operations within a hospital and the working of our public health programs. Coming to about IPHG is India's first public health university. It was established as an outcome of MOU between Government of Gujarat and Public Health Foundation of India. We are situated in the city of Gandhinagar, wherein we have 50 acres of lush green campus, where we have our permanent campus and we operate our full-time programs from this campus. So this is all about myself and the institute with which I am associated.
That's great, sir. Very glad to know that. So, beginning with the interview, I would like to pitch my first question, which would be, how does the curriculum of Indian Institute of Public Health ensure the best practices of the industry?
So, the domain in which Indian Institute of Public Health operates is health sector, public health plus hospital. And one thing that can be said about this health sector is that health sector, especially in India, is evolving in terms of infrastructure, in terms of practices, in terms of knowledge. It's evolving. And COVID-19 pandemic has further given a push to further pace up this stage of evolution and to strengthen the Indian health system. So in this change, it's very important for us to be very relevant to the practice, to not only to understand the practice, but also to strengthen the practice. So in this regard, at IIT Gandhinagar, we follow two strategies. First is, all of the faculty members, we are encouraged to go and take up the project work, real life project work in the field. For example, different faculty members, based upon their interest, to take up different projects in the field. So we know what is happening in the field. And in this project, not only we know, we also inform the practice, how it can become improved, what kind of improvements can be brought about in the practice. And then we document these things and bring that kind of knowledge to the class. Hence, bringing to the class not only the academic knowledge, not only the conceptual theoretical frameworks from the books, but also the insights from the practice, what is happening, what needs to be done. This is one part. The second part is that, or guiding the academic curriculum at IPH Gandhinagar, we have few committees like Academic and Research Committee and Advisory Committee for different programs. Like we have an Advisory Committee for our Masters in Hospital Administration program. These committees are formed of individuals who have a lot of experience and exposure both in industry and academia. And these inputs from these committees also help us to improve our curriculum and be relevant to the practice and to at the same time to inform the practice of the improvement that is needed there while making a difference in the field. This is the two-pronged approach that we follow at IPH Gandhinagar to make our curriculum relevant to the practice.
Absolutely. The case studies have become an equally essential part other than the theoretical part. On that note, very well said, sir. Moving on, my next question to you would be that could you just throw some light on and give us some insight on how the institute could be more welcoming to students from different economic backgrounds or maybe different races?
Okay, a very well question. So in healthcare sector, one thing that we now have started, when I say we, means we as a society, we as a broader society has accepted that health is a multidisciplinary field. So for example, during COVID-19, we needed people who can communicate messages to the society, who are good in writing, in creating, come on with advertisements. There are people who are needed, who are with medical background, who can treat and who can take care of the people who are infected with disease. There we need a people with different specialization. So in this regard, in IPH Gandhinagar, we received students from all parts of country. So all parts of country, I mean starting from metros to the villages in remote areas of our country. Not only this, that we also receive students from across boundaries. So for example, we have students from Bhutan, we have students from Nepal, we have students from Africa. So we keep on getting the students from different parts of not only India but from across the globe. And in such a when we keep on getting the students from different parts, it becomes very important for us to inculcate a culture wherein people from different economic background, different social background, different countries are brought together as a single unit. To this aspect, we have a lot of activities. We carry out a lot of activities to sensitize the students. So, for example, there will be ice-breaking activities. There will be a lot more activities in the initial days to introduce and orient the student towards the culture of IPH Gandhinagar. In addition to it, there are a lot more clubs that students take initiatives under these clubs and organize the activities. Now, so, for example, and at the same time, each and every student is also given a faculty mentor. So each and every student at IPH Gandhinagar has a faculty mentor. And this faculty mentor this faculty member remains in constant touch with the students and help the student not only in academic but all kind of questions that a student may have. Since some of the students may be coming out of their home for the first time, they may be coming out of their village, they may be coming out of their state or country for the first time. So a faculty member is there. So in case a student need to reach out to a faculty member, they can reach out. And at an institute at IPH Gandhinagar, we follow an open door policy, wherein each and every person is encouraged. Of course, at times we tend to give the appointment to the people by taking prior appointment. Students or any person can reach out to the concerned faculty member or the director. And this is how, over a period of time, we have inculcated a culture where students who are coming with different social background, different economic background, different countries are able to gel together and have a good experience of our teaching and learning. And when they go into the field, they can inculcate this kind of experience in their field, whatever domain they are working, and together as a team they are trying to make a difference to the domain of public health and hospital management. This is how.
That's great, sir. In fact, the open door policy approach has been very effective and has indeed showed some great positive changes. Anyway, so moving from Indian Institute of Public Health as a whole, I would like to know a little more about you. And my next question to you would be that what do you feel your roles and responsibilities to the institute and the students are?
A very nice question. My roles and responsibilities as a faculty member. So as earlier informed to you at IPH Gandhinagar, we have this policy we have this practice, not say policy, we have a practice of going to the field and learning from the practice and at the same time informing the practice. So when it comes to my duty towards the institute, towards the student, is first to be a useful person in the domain of public health and hospital management. And how will I become more useful? To keep my knowledge up to date to what is happening in the field, and at the same time to influence the practice by bringing the best ideas and knowledge from the academia to the practice. So I take up the projects in cutting edge domains, and I learn from these projects. I also bring this knowledge back to the class and help the student to develop knowledge, attitude, and skill that can prepare them for their future career ahead, and that can enable them to make a difference to the healthcare system in whatever part of this globe they choose to work. And this is my responsibility towards the student. My roles and responsibility towards the institute is to not only bring this practice to the class, but to inform the practice and also to document them and disseminate them, and to help the policymakers make an evidence-based decision. And together to make our IPHG a vibrant place of learning, educating, and making a difference to the society. And this is how I put my roles and responsibility towards the student and to the institute.
That's great, sir. Very well said. So my next question to you would be that what do you see as the Indian Institute of Public Health's greatest strengths?
So Indian Institute of Public Health greatest strength is that we wish to be one of the most useful universities in the domain of health. And I say useful, then again I'll say some entity that creates a lot of difference in the domain of health. And this aspiration to be the most useful university in this domain drives us as an educational institute. And this is what is our greatest strength. Since this strength or this motivating force helps us or enables us to give our best when we are working in the field in the form of different projects, and also helps us, motivates us to do best practices in the class to enrich the students' learning. And at the same time, when we say most useful, an entity can be useful by integrating different parts of our society. So consciously we have inculcated a culture wherein candidates or students from each and every part of this world, each and every part of this society are welcome to join and make a difference to the healthcare system. This is what I like to put as the greatest of.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Totally agree on that. Anyway, without taking much of your time, I request you to give a few suggestions and advices to the current youth as well as the aspiring students willing to pursue public health.
This is very good question, since the COVID-19 pandemic has given a lot of impetus, a lot of focus, has brought health sector in a lot of focus. And with this thing, there's a lot more interest among the students to pursue or to think about what kind of career opportunities are there in the domain of health. To the youth, what I would like to say, first of all, so I would like to put it as we know that health is a multidisciplinary sector. And hence one thing that they need to keep in mind, okay, if they are thinking about making a career in health, so there is no limitation. So for example, I'm coming with engineering and MBA background. I'm working in the domain of public health and hospital medicine. So students with biotechnological background, with the medicine and other kind of background can come to the domain of public health and hospital management, can bring their expertise and can make a difference. At the same time, now think about what kind of difference you may wish to make to the society, what kind of career you wish to make for yourself. And third, be open to the alternate possibilities that may come up in your way. The world is changing, the way we work is changing, our understanding of how the things needs to be carried out is changing. And in this changing world, one thing that needs to be constant in the new generation is to be flexible enough to take up new opportunities, new challenges, and learn from these challenges and make a difference. And this is my message or my suggestion to the youth.
Thank you so much, sir. Those were some very, very motivational words. I'm sure our audience is going to find that pretty helpful. Anyway, on this note, I would like to conclude the interview. Thank you so much for your time. That was quite an intellectual session with you. and looking forward to a more meaningful conversation in the coming future. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your time.